Hello, Oilers fans. Welcome to the Game 3 pregame report between the Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings. The Oilers are coming off a 5-4 overtime loss where they were able to give the LA Kings a lot of pushback. They were down 3-1 after the first. They came back, tied at 3-3 in the second. In the third, LA got up early on a Fiala goal. And then Dylan Holloway scored his second of the night to tie it at 4. Game goes to overtime. Crazy bounce along the half wall by Byfield. Hits Kopitar. In transition, he gets a breakaway in front of Darnell Nurse, roofs it over Stuart Skinner's glove. So we are all tied up heading to LA. Now, if Edmonton wants to regain home ice advantage, they have to win at least one game on the road here. And heading into game 3, I'm feeling good. Not because the Oilers don't have their issues in terms of their defensive play and goaltending at the moment, but I just like how Edmonton really responded against the Kings. Even though the Kings had a 2-goal lead during the game, they had leads of 2-0, 3-1, and 4-3. The Oilers were continuing to push, and they weren't allowing the Kings to get comfortable in their 1-3-1 formation. And right now, at even strength, the LA Kings are shooting almost 17%. That is going to regress. The LA Kings have had some puck luck. The Edmonton Oilers have not quite had the bounces that the Kings have had. So, over the course of a 7-game series, you usually start to see this stuff even out. And as long as Edmonton, offensively, I'm not worried. The way they're pushing play offensively, that's great. They just have to limit those high danger looks in their own zone and, do just a little bit better covering certain guys sometimes. Now, and that's not on a specific defenseman. That's just the whole core group. So before I get into the meat and potatoes of the video, quick disclaimer, I don't know if there's any lineup changes as of the recording right now. If there are any changes, I will pin a comment in the comment section and just let you know when I know. If you want to take a look at updated projected lineups, always follow the Edmonton credentialed media members: Tony Brar, Bob Stauffer, Jack Michaels, Jason Greger, Ryan Rashog. These are the guys that you want to follow on X.com or Twitter. They always have everything updated. Also, another quick reminder, sorry, I know this intro is kind of long. I will be live streaming, just like games 1 and 2. I will be live streaming game 3, my live reaction. We're going to have live chat. The chat has been absolutely hysterical and amazing, and I love it. The support has been amazing on the 2 live streams. For game 2, we had almost 2,400 people show up at some point during the stream. Game 1, we had about 1,700 people. So the support, the amount of people that have been showing up to these live streams, it's been so much fun, and I can't wait to live stream tonight for game 3. Now, speaking of the lineup, just a minute ago, let's get into the projected lineup. So I do expect Henrique, McDavid, and Hyman to stay together. However, now you might notice I put 3 little asterisk stars beside Nuge, Draisaitl, Foegele, and I did that because their play at 5-on-5, they are getting caved in. Their expected goals for as a line is like 30.7%. It's really bad. They are getting outshot. They're getting caved in every time they're out there. If Chris Knoblauch is making any adjustments, I would like to see it with that second line. And then, of course, you have Kane, McLeod, Perry, and then Holloway, Carrick, Janmark. I put a little asterisk next to Holloway and Kane because I think Dylan Holloway deserves to be elevated in the lineup, whether that's line 3 or even line 2 with Draisaitl. Draisaitl needs a shooter on his line, someone with some speed. Now, Foegele, he is a shooter. He does have speed, but Foegele has looked a little lost in games 1 and 2. No offense, not trying to pick on Foegele, but that's just kind of what I've been observing, the eye test. Dylan Holloway, he had 2 goals in game 2. He's looked great in the limited minutes that he's been given. I would like to see him elevated in that lineup. On defense, I expect 0 changes. Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Ceci, Kulak with Desharnais, and of course, Stuart Skinner will get the start. Now, speaking of Stuart Skinner, there's a lot of fans that are really worried about the goaltending right now, and I just want to say, let's not worry too much until we have to really worry, and that would be elimination games. In a long series, as I mentioned, Edmonton is due for some breaks to go their way, and with Stuart Skinner, of course, he knows he can be better. I want him to be better. You want him to be better. We all know that. I'm hoping that last game was a one-off because he was very good in game 1, despite a couple of bad bounces off of teammates that went into his net. I thought he played a really, really good game 1 against the Kings, and game 2, not a great performance. However, Stuart Skinner all year after a bad game, he is really good at bouncing back and performing very well the next night. So for Stuart Skinner, I have a lot of faith in him. I'm putting all my eggs in his basket. I am going to go to the grave defending Stuart Skinner right now, but he is the starter. I don't expect Calvin Pickard to get into the net unless you see Skinner give up 3 goals on the first 4 shots of the game tonight, which, again, I don't think that's going to happen. Now, Looking at the numbers so far in the series is tied 1-1. The LA Kings, their expected goals for in this series at 5-on-5 is 47.43%. They are clicking at 0% on the power play. Their penalty kill is an abysmal 42.9%. Now their goals for, they've scored 9 goals and they have 11 goals against. Now, why did I put a little asterisk beside their 9 goals? Well, that's because they've all come at 5-on-5. The Oilers only have 6 5-on-5 goals. The LA Kings have 9. So the Oilers, they're a -3 at even strength, and that's where the majority of the game is played, and that is the difference maker right now in the series, why it is 1-1, why the Oilers are not up 2-0, and of course some of that comes down to goaltending, some bad puck luck, but the Oilers in general, they're not controlling the play as much on 5-on-5 as I would like, and of course falling behind against the Kings makes it difficult to push play because of the way they play in the neutral zone. But the Kings, their Corsi for percentage in this series is 51.77%. But the shots on goal percentage, it's dead even. 50% for both teams. Shots for, those are shots that actually hit the net. For the Oilers, their expected goals for in the series at even strength is 52.57%. Power play is clicking at an unbelievable 57.1%. Of course, that will regress a little bit, but in small sample sizes, like a single 7-game series, the Oilers power play, it's lethal, but I don't expect them to get the calls that they were getting in game 1. They got less calls in game 2, but they did capitalize. So game 3, I'm very curious to see how the officiating goes. Of course, if Edmonton loses, it doesn't come down to the officiating. But I do like to mention it because when a team is this hot on the power play, the referees will be lenient. They won't call some of the more obvious ones. So we'll see what happens there. But good news for Edmonton is if they take a penalty, I do like their penalty kill. Their penalty kill has been terrific. Every unit that goes out on the penalty kill has played great. Nugent Hopkins, Janmark, Fogle, Carrick. These guys, they have been phenomenal on the penalty kill. Desharnais has been great out there. Nurse and Ceci have been good on the penalty kill so far. Now, for the Oilers in this series, they've scored 11 goals. They've given up 9 goals against. Corsi for percentage of 48.23%, which means, the Kings are generating a few more shots on Edmonton's end. At 5-on-5. So says 8:30 p.m. start time. I expect this game not to start until like 8:40 or 8:50. It just, the 8 p.m. start times at Edmonton turned into 8:20. So if we go by that logic, the game probably will not start till 8:50 p.m. It's going to be a late one, Oil Country. Get your coffee ready, get your energy drinks, your sugary drinks, or water if you like water. But make sure that we are fueled up, have a pregame nap. My player to watch is Evander Kane, and my score prediction tonight, I'm going to say 5-3 Oilers. I think it's going to be another high-scoring game, but again, just not quite as high-scoring as games 1 and 2. The Oilers, they need to lock this down. If they can hold the Kings to just 3 or less, I like Edmonton's chances a lot. Cam Talbot, he made some really big saves, but he is very beatable on the Kings' end, and, the Kings, they've been playing as hard as I thought they would, and they have been absolutely menacing to Edmonton, especially in the neutral zone, and this is going to be a tough series. Nobody said this was going to be easy. Nobody thought that this was going to be a sweep for Edmonton. Nobody thought that this would be a sweep for the Kings. This is a series that could easily go 6, probably 7 games for sure, but my score prediction, 5-3 Edmonton. What do you have for me? Let me know in the comments section below your score prediction and player to watch, and I look forward to seeing everyone in tonight's live stream. I will leave a link to that as well. That way, it's just really easy for you to click on, hit notify when I go live. That way, when I do go live, you don't have to worry about anything. You'll get the notification and boom, you can start watching. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like these pregame reports, make sure you hit like. If you really like it, make sure you hit subscribe. And of course, tell someone that you love them before the game tonight. And I'll see you tonight for the live stream. Cannot wait. Let's go Oilers.